How do I change this thing here? Oh, there you go. Okay, cool. We are set. All right, let's continue. So yesterday we were working on this town right here. So let's see if we can finish with these buildings. We have a little bit of intersection here. So I'm going to make a new piece. I'm gonna snap it. Here. On here. Gonna redo the UVs. These were supposed to be connected. So I'm gonna change. Gonna change the that door right there. Get rid of that. Yeah, there is some story. Not gonna talk too much about it right now, but yeah, there is some story I'm working on. let's see if we can flip this. Not sure if this snaps properly here. Oh, finally we're getting kick messages in the main chat. That's awesome. That means that I can probably close this window. And yep, let's close this browser, we don't need that, and we can delete this message right here. Like that, and then we can show the chat on screen on the horizontal stream. Oh. Oh wait, it's not picking up the latest. Huh. Hey, how's it going? Let me see if I can change this might be just a matter of moving the thing. Oh yeah, it's not properly set. There you go. Now we are getting the last messages. Okay, sorry, I was just adjusting the chat on the main window. I might also have it on the vertical one, on the vertical stream. That could be nice. Might be too much for the vertical. I'm making a desert town for my game. Okay, that's cool. Nice. Now kick chat. It's working on the main one. That's awesome. So that way I can close my browser and I can have all the chat together here. That's very cool. Alright, so we got these buildings and I'm just working a little bit on them to get some details polished. Okay, that's kind of cool. Then I'm going to we got some stuff here that we need to fix. Maybe we already have that piece here. Let me see if I can actually use this piece right here for that. Pop. Let's see if it fits well. If not, I'm gonna just make another one, but I think it might just be the right size. Perfect. Then I'm going to edit this up UVs. by going to modeling tools, project UVs, box, get the rotation, reset, and put it to 500. Nice. Then I want to get rid of again this one. These are intersecting, so I might just copy this value, the C value, get rid of dot floor, that's better. We can add maybe a window here. That's nice. Okay, these things we are not gonna use. Okay, is this stretched? Yep, these textures are wrong. Just a matter of copying. I appreciate it, Volt. Project UVs, paste the same rotation so they are aligned, reset dimensions, go 500, reset proportional dimensions so it takes effect. For some reason that's how the UV works in Unreal. And let me just check if textures are stretched. I believe they are. Get this, project, boop, boop, boop. I might need a script for this, so I don't need to repeat it. That will be very nice. Textures are also stretched, I believe. We have some overlapping. I can make a copy, or I can also just get this one, put it here, get this one, copy transform, paste transform, something like that. Okay, let's see. Let's rise this up. So I'm gonna get all the pieces in the folder, push it up a little, then we can work on the terrain a little bit to make it more flat. Just going over the buildings to see. Oh, this one has no floor. Okay. Yeah. Trying to fix any weird inconsistencies. Then we can set dress this nicely. And again, we have these issues here, intersecting issues, and we have some UV problems here. Let's try to fix that first. Awesome. Oh, these textures are pretty bad. What happened here? This is I haven't understand this yet. Why do we get that cut right there? That's a mystery yet for me. Some pieces do get that cut sometimes. One way I realize how to fix it. I mean, you can probably do proper UV scenes and cut it and do all that stuff, but another super quick way I try to fix this is just a super quick remesh, which is probably not the best, but just by adding little bit of more geometry, sometimes it fixes it. Maybe 5. Let's try it. Yeah, there you go. Weird stuff right there. Maybe not enough geometry. Kinda still want to understand that thing, why that happens. But now we can get a perfect alignment. Looks sweet. Cool. And now some of these pieces are not beveled, so I need to change them for the beveled version. And let's try to fix this. This is some block out meshes I made, and now I'm trying to like make them nicer. So they have some issues that I want to fix. Oh, we got another piece of wood that I don't want to be wood. So this piece right here, can we reset the material? That's a cool piece of wood, but I don't want to make it wood, I want to make it metal. So let's find this piece in the content browser. Let's open that thing. Let's get this material, put it there. It's a very sharp piece, so it makes sense to be metal. And then we can Control B, find the asset, right click asset actions, select all actors using this asset. It will select everything in the level using this asset. Now we can go to material and reset the wood material back to the original material we set. So all the other pieces are going to have the same thing. Okay, so let's get the floor fixed. And I think we got some other stuff that we need to UV map properly. So I'm gonna copy the rotation, project UVs, paste the rotation on C right there so it's aligned, reset the dimensions, put them back to 500, which is the textile density I'm using for these pieces, and uncheck and check proportional dimensions. Maybe just uncheck will do the trick. Alright, so let's see if we can get the dome mapping. It has this very nasty cut right here, and let's see if we can actually fix that. We do get these little seams right here, but might be easier just to leave it like that. For the dome, I need to think about what are we gonna do for the dome. I think cylindrical might work, but let's fix this one. Oh, this is a very specific piece. Again, gonna get rotation, project, paste, reset 500. I need myself a little script for this, so I don't need to redo it. That'll be very, very nice. I think with the geometry scripting tools, I might be able to do something like that. Alright, so let's get rid of the intersection. What is this? Is this not connected? Huh. That's looking a little bit funky. We have walls, I mean these covers, but no actual windows. Okay, cool. So for this one, let's see if we can go here. Can't wait to start adding like little things like that, little set dressing pieces and stuff. These shapes don't really go well. I'm not sure about this. It just doesn't feel right. Kind of strange. Might change that. Let's see. Let's select all descendants. Let's group and hide. Control H to unhide. Select with Shift regroup hide, and then we're gonna do the same here. Select all descendants, Ctrl G, H. These are the ones that are already checked. I might make this desert town a little bit smaller, because I'm gonna have multiple of these and doesn't need to be like this big actually. But let's get some cool prefabs going. And then I wanna see if we can get some cool lighting, because this is gonna be dusty and more dark and stuff like that. All these little things, the market thing, we are not gonna have that here. This is might be an abandoned town, might be a bandit town. I wanna make it a little bit more creepy. I know that everything's super sunny right now and looks very, very friendly, but we're gonna make it very hostile. Okay. Okay, do we have intersection? No. These pieces are built in very different ways, so it's kinda interesting how I made these ones. Slum 16. Oh, they're actually not slums, they're actually very, very nice little houses. Okay, so have we worked on this one? Let's see. We have some issues here. Okay, first of all, we want to check this one. I will take the risk and just modify the original. Push this up and hold Ctrl to snap to the surface you want to snap to. Copy rotation, UVs project, UV reset, copy the rotation. 100 is good for this space. Let's go. Now we have proper UVs, looks nice, and we have some intersection here. What do we have here? I see. These pieces are intersecting here, and they're not supposed to do that. An easy fix might be just pushing them up 10 units. I think that's the thickness of this wall. This is not beveled, so we might do that bevel. Double check if I'm getting everything right. Alright, and we're gonna push I believe 20 units, snap to 10 and go like this. Sweet, that makes a lot more sense, gives him more height on in the door. That's sweet. Cool. Slum 15, select all descendants, group and height, and that's how we're gonna go little by little until we get most of them. Then we can make them a level instance. This kind of makes sense to make into a level instance. That way we can like copy and paste into other areas and modify one instance, and it's gonna get modified on all other instances. And then we can break those instances and push them into different data layers and make them work with world partition. Because level instances, it's something more for organization purposes, not really for build purposes. I don't think they get along with world partition that well. Okay, that's good. These buildings were connected, that's why we have all these gaps. They were connected in some kind of like very cool way for the other project I was working on, but I'm gonna reuse them in a interesting way now. In this case, if we cannot really find the thing, we're gonna just let's see, what is this? Oh, that's not very good. This music gets so dramatic. Yeah, that song was a little bit too much, too dramatic. Let's get these two pieces here. Boop. And then we just copy transform, we paste, and then we paste again. We want to get as little intersection as possible, but it's okay. So this is not really working. Let's get rid of that. Up. Let's make sure that we don't have again. Is this what? Oh, okay. We got some issues here. Yeah, this was a little bit messy. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that. On this, you're gonna rebuild it. Do we really need these things? Let's be honest. There's no way to get up to this one. No, so let's get rid of them. Yeah. That makes a little bit more sense because the player is not gonna be able to go into this roof unless we make stairs. So Control B, Control D to make a new instance. Hey, how's it going, Waleed? Not sure if I pronounced that right. So we're gonna get these vertices and we're gonna move them and snap them to this wall right here. If it's not snapping right, you might have snapping enabled, which freaks out the other snapping. So try to find that stuff. Since we have beveled edges, sometimes snapping doesn't really work that sweet. Okay, maybe we need to snap somewhere here. Not really. That's what I want, that little gap. So now we're gonna copy rotation, UV project UV, copy the rotation there, reset, let's go back to 500, proportional dimensions and accept. Now we have a little bit nicer UVs. Keep up the spirit. I appreciate it. Unreal potato. Potato, the potato. It's just to remind myself that we need as much optimization as possible. Here we have a problem. Here I made two pieces out of one. One solution is going to model 1, 2 Boolean union. It's gonna cut out the pieces and get rid of the intersecting pieces. Let's see if this works. And then we can go again and copy rotate. Oh, in this case it's gonna be baked. Ooh, you see, we got these issues right there. That might not be the best solution. Nope. You need to be careful with the Boolean union. In this case, we're gonna do something different. We're gonna get a simple flat face, if I can find one. I believe maybe this one. So let's get that asset and push it here. Is this tilted? Oh, that's tilted. Yeah, is that tilted as well? Maybe. The pivot point is not in the same direction. Yeah, these modular pieces I made are not there yet. So wait. We have tilted walls, straight walls, so we need a flat tilted wall. If I can find one. Is this tilted flat? I think we have a tilted flat, right? Or is it straight? No, it's straight. Well, in that case, we're gonna just create our own somewhere here. So Control B, Control D to duplicate the instance, push it in there, modeling, get these faces, and let's see if it allows me to push it somewhere like that. And then let's see if it allows me to push this without breaking too much the geometry. Maybe not too much. Let's try to get also this and also this, and let's push them like that. That feels a little bit strange, but let's see if it allows me to get this rotation and UV project UV reset 500, proportional dimensions, rotation to align, proportional dimensions, like that. And now we have some cool UVs. Did I mess up the geometry? Let's see. I think we can get away with that. Okay, nice. Don't need to code, use blueprints. I always wanted to try and make a game, but I don't know anything about coding. The attractive thing about Unreal Engine is that they have a visual script language called Blueprints, which is node-based. So it's super cool because it's very attractive for people who don't know anything about code, like me. And it's not like I can do whatever I want, but it's very nice when I can get stuff working. Okay, we have some stuff right here. Let me see. Let's see if we can actually copy that thing, put it here. Okay, kind of works. Okay, let's get this one. There are multiple free tutorials, courses online, otherwise some paid on Udemy or something. Yeah, just go to YouTube and there's a lot of free stuff, like a lot of free tutorials out there. And then if you like Unreal and stuff, you can go and get a paid course. There's UNF Games, Udemy, there's a official Unreal Engine course, which I think is very good for starters. I actually was thinking of taking that course, but I'm not like a straight beginner. I think I'm intermediate, so half of the course might not be very suitable for me. But I might also just take it to have that experience. But yeah, I'm just making projects, looking for solutions in Google. It's really probably the best way to learn. Can we actually go up here? Oh, there's no stairs. We might need to put some stairs there. Yeah, definitely. And the Unity are these textures good? I believe so. So select all, group and hide. Okay, I'm trying to just give them a quick, give all these assets a quick check. So we're gonna go to UVs, project UVs, reset. Get those UVs looking nice. Is this like a birdhouse or something? That's kind of funky, to be honest. So here we have a couple of things. Is this? Oh wait, sorry. Material reset. Okay. These are not the pieces I want. I want the beveled ones. Let's see if we can find the beveled metal one. Is this the metal one? Is it beveled? No, I don't think so. Huh. Yeah, these buildings are a little bit unfinished, let's say. Do they share the same pivot? Oh, these are tilted. Those are not the ones, because I have tilted walls and non-tilted. Okay, I see. So we need to do a little thing here, which is get the material that I want, find this thing, these are tilted, edit. This is third person. I'm Brazilian, I'm here in Manaus. This engine is Unity? No, it's Unreal Engine 5. This is the Unreal Engine from Epic Games. The most powerful engine there is. No, I'm joking. But probably the most I don't know, well documented engine with the biggest community. I might be wrong, but I really like this engine. Okay, so what is this funkiness right here? Why is that shadow like that? Are we is this normals? Attributes, normals? No. What is this funky stuff right here? Oh, is it the texture? Huh. Wait. Let me double check. Is that the texture? Oh, I think so, yeah. Cool. Okay, let's keep cleaning this up. Yeah. No, I'm not teaching. I'm not. I'm learning actually. Yeah, I don't consider myself an expert by any means. I pretty still learning a lot. I'm a 3D generalist and I like kit bashing environments, but definitely not an expert by any means. Yeah, now we want to fix this thing here. So here we're gonna have some issues because we are not sharing the same scale on everything. The proper way to do this is just let me think about this. Let's project UVs, reset. This is the texel density, like how big or small we want the texture to be, and then we're gonna paste this rotation so the box aligns a little bit better. And if you see that flickering, it means that we have two meshes on top of each other for some reason. That's not very good. I think I was making this a little bit too fast. All right. We can snap to 5. An action game. It's some kind of like exploration, horror, survival, shooter game kind of thing. Now it doesn't look like it's a horror game at all, but I do want to make it darker and like scarier. I want to have some clips so I can like show people the clips on the stream while I keep on working. That'll be very nice. I need to record some cool clips so I can just boom put it on stream while I keep on up. We have some collision problems. That's why you need to test. How are we doing with performance? It feels a little bit not so good. Not so good. So actually, you know what? This market thing, let's delete it. Or maybe let's push it into a data layer for now. Let's push it here and gone. So it's not gonna be loaded on playtime. Can you put packaged level actors, pack level actors in data layers? It doesn't seem like it likes it. You need to be careful with those things. Nope, they don't like to be there. Level instances and packed level actors, they are instances on itself. They don't like to be part of data layers. I need to be careful with that. Yeah, I think this is not gonna be a market town. What are these 90s computers doing in here? That was funny. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's check performance. How are we doing? I appreciate it. Thank you for the subscribe. I don't know how to speak English and now master. Don't worry, don't worry. You can always use the translator. Nowadays we have very cool technologies for translating languages. That's very cool. Oh, okay, I slided. Everything is sand color, the ground, the buildings, the character. Like, it seems like I didn't went to design school. It's like, dude, where's the contrast, dude? Everything's the same color. The most annoying part of Unreal Engine, I mean, I don't think there's anything annoying about Unreal. It's probably the coolest engine I ever used. Oh, I'm a 3D generalist. I'm a 3D artist, and all the jobs that I ever had were related to Unreal. So I'm kind of like very biased about it, to be super honest. Basically, yeah, all the jobs I ever had were related to Unreal Engine. All the real paid jobs. Let's use complex. Since this is a very basic mesh. No, actually, let's be smarter. Let's just create a simple box collision. That's good enough. That's the most optimized way to deal with this rectangle, so we can actually walk on it in case necessary. PCG crashes. Yeah, PCG is a very experimental technology, and it's getting crazy good, but I had some crashes on 5.6 as well. Yeah, some weird stuff. Hey Shrill, how's it going? Performance is a lot easier in Unreal Engine. Yeah, that's a hot topic. Performance is a very hot topic. Very hot. The problem with performance is the next thing. Like, let's just start from the beginning. It's not like I know what I'm talking about, but the biggest issue I see with performance in Unreal Engine is that people expect to use an NVIDIA 2000, like very old hardware, to run very new games. That's the first thing I've noticed. People think that they're gonna be able to run crazy high detailed AAA games on very old hardware, and that's not gonna happen. That's just not gonna happen. So I think that's probably the first thing that we need to kind of like educate people and say like, well, if you want to play high-end games on your NVIDIA 2000, you are not gonna able to play them on high or ultra. It's just not gonna happen. Is Unreal a absolutely monster of an engine? Yes, it is. Can you make very badass games and super optimized games with Unreal? Yes, you can. I don't want to say that, oh, go look into Fortnite, because it's Epic Games game, right? Like, they have the best engineers in the world to make that game work properly, so I'm not gonna use it as an example, but definitely any engine is a tool and you need to learn how to use it. It's not going to be like one click and done. There's a lot of things you need to take in consideration, and optimization is very specific to your own project, like very, very specific. It's not like, oh, just turn off this setting and you're good. No, you need to know, you need to have a general understanding of how things work and choose your battle. You know, choose your poison. Like, you need to say, okay, I'm gonna sacrifice on this area, but I'm gonna add this thing. I'm gonna do backlighting for this thing, but I'm gonna use a lumen for this other area. So you need to like really choose and pick your battles very specifically to your project. But yeah, I think Unreal Engine is just a super amazing program, not only for games but like for everything. It's just a monster of a 3D visualization. Like, you can do mobile visualization, automobile visualization, architectural visualization, animation, simulation, so much stuff. Like, it's just a beast. Seriously, a beast of a program. Oops. What's the best in engineering for you? That's a tough question. Why is this not aligning properly? There you go. Let's push this here. Yeah, nanite is good for very high poly meshes. It's meant to be used with high poly meshes. And there's also a lot of settings you can tweak in nanite to make it work better for your needs. And you can go even deeper with nanite. You can like do some complex stuff with it. So for this thing, let's select all actors using this asset, and we are going to reset the material to be metal. Okay, that's very nice. We have some funky cutting here in the texture because the bevel, but I'm not gonna worry too much about that. Do we really need these pieces of metal here? Do we really need that? Should we just clean that up? I think so. We might just... Yeah, I think I might just get rid of this. pieces. To be honest, let's actually less is more. Let's simplify this. I was trying to make a little bit of a different building, but you know what? That doesn't really hold. No, let's keep it simplified. I think it's too noisy. In design, you want to rest the eye as well. You don't want too much noise. You want areas like where the eye can rest, and I think we have enough detail. So let's get rid of that. And here we have a floor issue. Here we have another door that goes. It used to be connected to another building, but now we are separated. So let's just change that. And also this door gone. And okay, let's fix the floor. I appreciate it. Have a great time. Thank you for hanging out. Oh, what the... Is it me or is this twisted? It does look very twisted. Or it's just not... Oh, no. That's a visual illusion. The angle actually is here. That's funny. It looks twisted, but the actual wall is actually tilted. That's that's funny. Reminds me of those optical illusion houses where angles are twisted. I got used 7. What? You gotta use 7900 XTX for 500 USD from someone. Hope it's enough to learn Unreal Engine without issues. You can learn Unreal Engine in a GTX 1000 or Nvidia 2000. You don't really need a super crazy card. Actually, the more potato your computer is, the more you're gonna learn. That's what my professors always said. Like, if you get used to using like a very strong computer, I mean, then you are not gonna learn too much about optimization, because you are gonna get used to like a very strong computer and be like, oh, that works well in my PC. But when other people try your stuff, they're gonna be like, ooh, it's not really running well. But absolutely, 7900, that's insane. I have a 3080 and I'm not gonna change it until my computer just stops working, which is probably gonna run for years. But yeah, you should be absolutely fine with that. You also need not only a GPU, you also need a good processor and good RAM. People always talk about the GPU, but you need everything. You need a good processor, a good hard drive, solid state hard drive, a lot of space for Unreal. Get a lot of space, a couple terabytes. Definitely some good RAM, good processor. People don't mention that a lot, but you need to have a good processor and good RAM, so everything works properly together. Hey Sherry, optimize your games for the Steam Deck and you are good to go. That's absolutely true. Like, if you can make your game run in a Steam Deck, I think you are set. You're gonna be fine, no matter what. It's very informative. Most devs don't scale for lower hardware, I assume. The issue, I think, with the industry is that people, I mean, I believe devs, they don't have enough time to really think about lower spec hardware. I mean, like big studios, they are very deadline driven. It's like, I mean, you know, they're just trying to push out the game as fast as possible. which makes a lot of sense because they're paying a lot of people, and it's like, you know, it's some things you cannot really rush. For example, people are complaining about the new Metal Gear Solid game, and I think it's an absolutely beautiful game, but it's obviously not gonna be super performant on lower end computers, right? I'm still very amazed they got that running into like consoles and stuff. Yeah, remember on Real Engine caps your frame rate. Yeah, I mean, if you really read the documentation, like on nanite and ray tracing, like let's say global real-time global illumination with ray tracing, it's meant to run at 60. Like they say it like they're like this is meant to this is meant to run at 30 or 60. Give me a second. So definitely definitely you need to think about that. So I mean, if I can make this, yeah, I would like people with a NVIDIA 2000 to play this at least at medium settings, but I'm aiming to make it very performant. Well, that's a big claim. For people who have a NVIDIA 3000, which is kind of, I know it's kind of like weird to say like, oh, I expect every gamer to have an NVIDIA 3000, because it's not the it's not true, right? Like people, like most of my friends, they have a most of my friends, they have a 2000. Some of them have a 3000. Some of them even have a 5000. But most people, they still using a 2000. Most of my gamer friends. I appreciate it. We reached 3000 subs on YouTube. I'm super happy about that. Thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed. It's been crazy, because this I mean, I consider this stream very, very niche. It's not like your typical pirate software drama or whatever. So it's not like a mainstream channel kind of thing. It's not like I'm covering stuff that your usual YouTube watcher will like to look at. So it's been very cool, and I've been meeting a lot of people during this stream that have helped me a lot, and it's been very cool, to be honest. Oh, did I mess up? Okay. I think that you need to aim for something lower. I believe you need to aim for an NVIDIA 2000. If you can make your game run well in an NVIDIA 2000, at least at medium settings, I think you're gonna be good for most people. And you need to be very straightforward with that. You need to be like, this is the hardware requirements, and Don't expect this to run on ultra on a lower PC. And also people like this is another thing. Like some of my friends went through this problem. Like they buy themselves a Nvidia 4000, and it's like, oh dude, that's crazy, but they don't have good RAM, and they don't have good solid state drive, and they don't have a good processor, a GPU, so things just don't really work well, right? And he's like, oh dude, I spent so much money on this GPU and it's not really working. And I'm like, can I see your specs? And I'm like, oh dude, I mean, it's not really gonna work like that. You need to get the whole package, right? It's better to have a 3000 but better RAM and processor than have a 5000 and very bad GPU and RAM. As long as I understand, right? Like it kind of like everything kind of works together. All right, let's skip this. I love this kind of like this is my favorite thing in Unreal, just building stuff. I feel like a kid playing Legos. Really reminds me of my childhood, just building crazy stuff with Legos. I think these UVs are bad. Let's fix them. Modeling, UVs, project UVs, boop, boop. Let's push that to 500, we don't need that much. Reset proportional dimensions, cool. Does this make sense, having this thing here? Nope, it doesn't. Let's push it out. What is this here? No. Okay, that's funny. Yeah. It's such a hard topic, right? Like I want my game to like look super beautiful, but at the same time it's a game. It's about performance and how it feels. If it doesn't play right, if it doesn't like run well, it's just not a good game, no matter how it looks. So it's kind of like hard to say this, but like I mean I'm not making a cinematic. Someone fixed the non-broken wall. I mean, I understand where you're coming from. Like Nintendo, like it's never been about realism. Like I can sit down and play Zelda Wind Waker on the GameCube, and it looks beautiful, and it's gonna look beautiful for 1,000 years forward. It's truly amazing what they did with that game. Probably my favorite and most beautiful Zelda game I ever seen. And they're very smart about it. I totally understand where you're coming from, but if you play Doom, or if you play Warhammer 40k 2, Space Marine 2, oh my god, it's just so much detail, and like, oh, I just feel so badass. Like wow. As a 3D artist, that's something that I always been like very fascinated about. It's like, how come they made this work? It just looks super beautiful. So much detail, like crazy. But you're right, like realism. Yeah, like realism. It's not needed. Like actually, some games look pretty ugly. because they're trying to be realistic, and it's like it's not here, it's not there. It feels cheap. It feels like, you know, it's not achieving like one or the other. It's somewhere in a limbo between. Yeah, we just went for the usual 3D look, and it's like okay, but I mean it's hard. It's really hard to get like a good aesthetic for your game. Oh, what the hell is going on here? Oh, okay, this is not touching the ground. Yeah, one thing I want to really experiment with is the loot, the like the color grading in Unreal. I want to see if I can give my game some kind of like distinctive look. Nothing too crazy, nothing like too out of the box, but kind of like step away a little bit from your typical Unreal Engine look, which I mean, if you build a Lego using Legos, it's probably gonna look like a Lego, right? You cannot really step away too much from it, but it is possible. Like I've seen some 2D shaders, like anime shaders made in Unreal, and it's like, oh my god, like what the hell is that? Like it doesn't, like you will never believe it's Unreal Engine. So it is totally possible. I was even thinking of making this game look like 80s anime. I'm not sure if I can show you an image of like 80s anime, but that will require like a lot of work to get the shading right. I was actually experimenting with there you go. This is the perfect example. Perfect. Akira. Like, oh my god, like imagine a game that looks like this. I'll just probably like go crazy. Like just imagine like this look in a 3D game. Maybe a little bit more like washed out, a little bit more like more grain a little bit to it. That'll be super awesome. And I was experimenting with a free shader that I found, but it's you really need to know what you're doing to make that work properly. But it's something that I would really love to experiment with. Imagine like a little bit more grain, a little bit more desaturation. That would be crazy. But without using your typical anime characters. That will be just insane. Imagine like realistic characters with this look. Wow, damn it, that would be awesome. You see, like this, like washed out, a little bit desaturated, a little bit of grain. This is amazing. Yeah. Oh, I think I'm not able to show it. Okay, on the. If there's anybody watching on the vertical stream, remember that there's also a horizontal stream where you can see the whole thing. Yeah, Wind Waker is such a good game. Oh my god. I love Four Swords. Zelda Four Swords. I had so much fun with that game. I kind of want to like revisit that game and see if I can like... unfortunately my GameCube got lost in Pennsylvania. I left it at my parents' friend house, and it disappeared. Which my brother was very sad about, because we used to play GameCube a lot. Al-Mutairi, I can feel you. The controls in Wind Waker were a lot smoother than Twilight Princess. Wind Waker was just, it's just a masterpiece. Like, I mean, like, I can still like close my eyes and like see like the level where you need to hide in a barrel, and this kind of like big guy comes like walking around. Such a cool scene. I was like looking at my brother play that game all the time, and I erased his file once, and he got so mad at me because I overwrote his file without knowing that I erased it, and he was like, "Oh, damn it!" And he got back to it like in a couple of days. But yeah, that will be very, very, very awesome. I'm not sure if that's gonna be more performant or no, but that will be absolutely crazy to achieve some look like that. You really need to be some kind of like technical artist, some crazy shader guy to achieve that. Attributes. That looks kind of funky. We don't want symmetry in our textures. Absolutely not. Symmetry, step away from symmetry. It looks boring, cheap, repetitive, and it really doesn't help. Like a human face, right? Like you think it's symmetrical, but it's not 100% symmetrical. That makes it look nice. Model. I need a script for this. Oh my god, I'm like getting like confused about doing the same steps over and over. Hey Sisa, or you use crappy assets and crazy shaders to let it look like a Unity game. I mean, let's be honest. I've seen beautiful games made in Unity. I've seen beautiful games made in Godot, and making a crappy game is easy. It's just very, very easy. But there's good stuff coming from any engine. Is it easy to make Unity look good? No, it's not. It's way harder. You really need to know what you're doing. That's why Unreal Engine, it's such a nice thing, because it's like I call it like a preset engine. Like you can really get stuff going very quickly, very easily, and then you can really go deep if you want. You can really go deep if you want, but most people don't, so that's why you get people saying, oh, that looks like any other Unreal Engine game. I mean, yeah, we're using the same Lego pieces, so it kind of makes sense to look the same, right? Okay, cool. I think we got this building. Too many windows. But then we're gonna add some set dressing, make it look nice. I need to get myself a stand-up desk, I think so. I need to be careful with my back. My mom and my dad had back issues lately, and they're like, dude, it's in it's in your genes. You need to be careful. You need to exercise. So okay, maybe generate polygroups. Phase normal deviation, find quads. Okay, that's the same in this case. Is it snapping? Okay, it's a tilted wall, so it's not gonna snap. We're just gonna like. Which Stalker webcam are you using? I'm using the OBS bot camera. Come on, dude, focus, focus, focus. It's called OBS bot. It's like $100, I think it was. Took me like 3 months or 4 months to arrive or something like that, because I yeah. Order it with my dad, and it took forever, because he was waiting for other packages to send everything together and stuff, and yeah. But we got it. Okay, cool. So I think also let's double check these 3 meshes. Just to make sure they have collisions. Maybe not that one. Oh, since I got some. These are kind of modular assets. I made this using the modeling tools in Unreal. We have a tilted walls. What is that? Straight walls. And I'm combining most of them. They're not super modular, but pretty nice. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Just trying to group that into a group. So select the missing assets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Control H, Shift, click, Control G, gone. Nice. So how can you avoid repeated texture? You can use decals, and you can use a tiling texture. You can combine 3 different textures in a tiling material, and you can avoid it that way. Then you can bake that material to make it more performant, because if you have a layered material, it's not very sweet for performance. Trying to step away from that. Let's see if I have this blended material in this project. Triplanar it was? Triplanar. Tiling? Material? Tiling with double L? Do I have it here? I'm pretty sure I should. Oh, there you go. Tileable master, yeah. So this is one I made following a tutorial. It looks really crazy, but it's not that crazy. It just uses micro color variation, micro variation blend, and what it's doing is actually just mixing 2 textures per channel, I think it is. So you can blend different stuff together. There's a tutorial on this one. If you look on how to tile materials on YouTube, you should be able to find it. Let's see if I can show you. So you put it somewhere here, and then you groups unlock, and here is the master, but we want to find the instance. Sorry for the dog bark. So inside the instance we have multiple values that we can change. There is global scalar parameter, vector scalar, so you can go like change here a lot of things. Until you find something interesting. I haven't used this one in a while, but you're supposed to kind of like change every single material in there. Color, and yeah, you can do a lot with that. Then you can bake it. That's a cool way to do it. But for now I'm just gonna stay with this one. Six, 7. That's vertex painting. That's another technique. Also very cool, but you also need to bake it, so it's again a little bit more performant. Yes, this is a tiling, blending material, and vertex painting. It uses RGB, so you paint red, green, and blue masks over your mesh using the vertex paint, the mesh paint tools, and that's how the material reacts differently to each layer of your thing. This game is gonna be kind of like very, how do you say it? It's gonna be very dusty and foggy and stuff like that, so I might not need to do that. I can get away with decals probably. But that's one way to do it. Yeah, vertex painting is it's very cool stuff. Okay, we have again some issue here. Oh, okay, I see. Let me see if we can fix that. Yeah, you can really get some cool stuff with vertex painting. There you go. And then here we need to fix these UVs. That's not the angle I was trying to get. That's not the angle. The angle is this. Okay, we can also give it a little bit of another angle to match the UVs a little better. Something like that. That's another one. Just so we can project it a little bit nicer. Okay. Okay, let's see if we have some intersection. We do have some weird pieces here. Let's try to fix that as well. Is this? No, that's not right. Okay. So also this wall is not right. Which type of game I'm trying to create? Trying to make some exploration, horror survival game. Kind of like a lot. A lot to say in one word. So yeah, I'm trying to make a cool environment where you can like go and do different missions and like explore and kind of like figure out what happened to this place. And that's the goal. Are Lumen and ray tracing both the same? Lumen does use real-time global illumination, which uses ray tracing. You can use software ray tracing or hardware ray tracing. To use hardware ray tracing, you need to have an NVIDIA GPU. I don't know what model up to, but it does use ray tracing. I'm using the RPG engine, which is a template, and it is multiplayer. So the goal is to make this game for 2 to 4 people. Kind of scary thing to say, but I kind of want to take advantage of the template functionality and make it at least for 4 people. Kind of like Left 4 Dead. I think it's a good number. Ah, I see what's happening here. Oh, okay. I see what's happening here. This is not gonna look nice until we bake the scale. Bake transform, not rotation, just scale. UVs project UVs. Poop, poop, poop. Toot, toot. Now we got a good texture. Where's my other piece? Select all assets using this actor. I'm working on a open world exploration game. I'm using a survival template, so we have survival mechanics on this, and the idea is to make some some kind of like a survival horror sci-fi game. Now it looks like very bright and sunny and stuff, but we're gonna make it creepy. It's just for me to be able to see what I'm doing. So yeah, that's the idea. I have so many folders for this. Yeah, definitely. I'm actually thinking this chat here, we don't need to have. I'm adjusting my OBS layout a little bit. Okay, now that we have all the chat working in one little window, that's awesome. So yeah, that's imagine like the best way I can describe it, like super quickly, elevator pitch. Imagine being in the forever winter, but there's no extraction. It's just one world. So you need to survive in that world. You cannot go back to the innards. That's kind of like what I have in mind. But it's gonna be a little bit more like biomechanical creatures, mutant stuff, a little bit more like Fallout kind of like vibe. That's the idea, somewhat. Okay, we're doing great. Let's push it and see if we can finish these buildings, at least the cleanup. So we can get into when do I come live on YouTube? I try to stream a lot. Right now I'm unemployed, so I'm trying to use this time to work on my project. Oh, we should cut this gap and have the dome. I really like domes in buildings. So yeah, I'm trying to stream every day. I'm trying to put like 8 hours per day on the project, and it's kind of hard to say these things, but I would love to do a public playtest for this game, and hopefully by the end of this year, I will really like to put this out as a free playtest, so I can get like feedback and try to find bugs and see what people think about it, right? Test optimization and all that stuff. Then I wanna work on it more, do another playtest, and then maybe release a demo. Employment is overrated. I'm a 3D generalist, so I mean I want to be super sincere about it. It's not a very stable job. I sometimes do get small contracts, short-term contracts that pay pretty well, and I'm super happy about it. Very grateful about it. But it's something that I know that I just it's not stable. I mean, I cannot really go buy a house and be like, yeah, I'm gonna pay you this much per month. That's not how it works, right? So I could go to Canada and try find a decent 3D place to work, but I just don't want to work for somebody else's project. It's like, you know, it's kind of it's kind of hard to say, to talk about these topics, but it's like, yeah. I mean, there are very cool projects out there that I will be very proud to be working on, but it's like, yeah. Um, what if I go to Canada, right, and I get it like a good job, and then I need to pay half of my salary in taxes and an apartment, and that's how things work. I understand, but my work is digital. I can stay home. Like, I really like living with my parents, because even though I live with my parents, I see them like 10 minutes per day, which is kind of like ironic. But yeah, I kind of like, I'm in a like very unique position where I can like just focus on my project and save a lot of money. I do have some expenses per month, definitely, but I can really take advantage of this and see what happens. And yeah, I kind of want to have this experience, and then if not, I can always just go and look for a job. Okay, let's see if we can fix this stuff here. Okay, let's try to get this building. All right, so that's awesome. Yeah, my dad has his own business, and he's his own boss, and he works like crazy because he loves working like crazy. But I'm just so proud of my dad, uh, and his mindset of like just do your own thing. It's been like very I don't know, kind of like very, it really motivates me to like try to do my own thing. I appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. Everything's getting super expensive, like super expensive. Like, I remember when I was working for a publicity agency doing 3D renders for vehicles using Unreal Engine. Super awesome job, amazing pay. But I needed to move to to an apartment next to the office, and just paying the apartment and eating cup noodles, because I get very lazy with food and stuff, or just spending too much money on the cafeteria or whatever. It was like, I don't know. At the end of the day, I have my savings. That's why I can go unemployed right now. But I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want to take a gamble. Yeah, my dad is the best. My dad is the best. Is the best, the best. He is the best. Um, Let's see, Control D. Let's bake these. Yeah, actually, my parents are fashion designers, and what my dad does is sell fashion jewelry. All the little earrings and like things that like usually girls like to wear and stuff. So he he has a couple of stores, and I mean, he's doing very well. And I'm very happy that it actually it's related to what he studied. He has like a very good eye for fashion, let's say. That's some kind of like different type of fashion, but he has a very good eye for that, and people really like what he sells, and he sells it in bulk, so other people can actually make a business from it. So it's been very, very good. Unfortunately, now more and more people are also bringing stuff from China and stuff, and there's a lot of Chinese competitors. But yeah, hopefully my dad is like probably the most specialized on just that thing. Can you talk about your Blender to UE pipeline, build demo level for a cinema trailer, and they like it and want me to polish and optimize, so I've been learning Blender to provide all assets in-house. I haven't used Blender much, to be super honest. I've done some motion graphics when I used to work in. I used to do visuals for music events during university. I used to do that a lot, but I don't really. I haven't done much Blender, to be honest. I'm pretty sure there should be a plugin. There should be a very good plugin, like one-click integration, where you can just export things with one click, get the right scale. Unreal Engine uses centimeters, so make sure that you're using centimeters in Blender to match things one to one. And I've modeled this in Unreal Engine. These things, I model them using the modeling tools. They're just very basic cube shapes. So you come here and be like, and you start modeling. That's how I did these shapes. It's like very simple geometrical shapes. For the set dressing pieces and the more detailed pieces, I just use pre-made assets. Or if I really need something that I cannot get, I usually kit bash it and retexture it with Substance Painter. Yeah, I try not to model too much because I'm trying to like build like a big environment, so it really doesn't make sense to kind of like do everything from scratch. Unless you really need to. But since I'm going for like your typical 3D style, I think I can just I like kit bashing a lot of stuff. I like that. Really like kit bashing stuff. All right, this is a big building right here, so let's see if we can just hide this. There's gonna probably be some issues and stuff, but once we start set dressing this, I know I can just fix the little things. I'm just gonna hide the ones that I know that are good, and let's see if we can finish with this. I think this one is also good enough. Oh, what is that? Okay, we need a little pillar there, so we can close that gap. Okay. Mostly I'm trying to just get the textures to look alright. I'm probably gonna put some decals and some set dressing things. So like now it looks very repetitive, right? But like I will have other elements on top. Hey Tom, I'm making a sci-fi horror exploration game, and now I'm working on a desert environment. Very much inspired on Tatooine, kind of like Mandalorian or Star Wars like stuff. So now I'm just trying to clean up these buildings and see where it goes. But yeah, these buildings will have set dressing pieces like this and like that. They're gonna have cables and stuff that will hide the repetition of the texture. Also, the lighting of the game is gonna be very foggy, very dusty, so it's all going to blend in. And if I really need to, I can just do decals or even the tileable material I showed. Yeah, I do like Star Wars, for sure. Not the latest ones, maybe when Disney bought the franchise, like the main storyline of the movies, kind of like, I don't know. Yeah, but The Mandalorian, yeah, I think it's a great series. Yeah, they're not. I'm not going for like something super realistic, because it's gonna be very hard to match all my assets. If I'm going for something realistic, it's gonna like feel a little bit out of place. So I'm going like trying to just blend them together. It's not gonna be super realistic. This one looks a little bit stylized, but it's just kind of like the primary shape. Then we can add more stuff like this one, with some kind of like doors like that and little things like this. You see, I have some intersecting stuff that I need to clean up. It does look a little stylized. It is actually, these assets come from another project that I was working on, which was stylized, so that's why. But let's see if we can get it working a little better. Alright, so this is a big building here. Just gonna start hiding things. That are fine. To see if we can get to the floor. We got some intersection in the corners. That's because the way we had I had these modular pieces designed, so we can use them as without pillars, which usually you should be using pillars in modular assets. It always just makes things easier. So this one, I'm gonna retexture, make the UVs again. Because we don't want that much resolution, we wanna make it a little bit bigger, like that, so we can actually see the texture. Okay. We're gonna remake the floor in less pieces so we don't get intersection. And okay, here I need a little piece which comes from my other folder, I think here. Copy all properties, paste all properties. The pivot point is not in the same place. Let's push it 5. I think they don't share the pivot point. Doesn't matter. Doesn't need to be aligned. Okay. So I want to remake the floor and retexture, reproject the textures a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna add a lot of elements. Now I'm just focusing on the main structure, and then I'm gonna go and add a little bit of cool stuff to it. Your secondary and tertiary detail, and like the set dressing, cool stuff like that. Pyramids, I'm not sure if I'm gonna have pyramids. Not really sure if I'm gonna have pyramids. I do like the idea of like some kind of like Egyptian kind of like sci-fi enemies and stuff, but a little bit out of the topic. Yeah, world partition, H-lots, nanite lumen, megalites, and what else? Data layers. I need a script for this. Oh my god, I've done this like 1,000 times. Oh my god, I need a script so I can do this with one click. Okay, let's get this here. Boop. I need a script that copies the rotation of this, goes to UV project UV, resets, goes to proportional dimension, then 500, and then clicks again. Boop, and pastes the rotation here. Boop, and then accepts. That's what I need. Sci-Fi Egypt BCE setting goes hard as fuck as a different game concept. Yeah, I think it's very attractive. I think it is very attractive for sure. I heard somebody talking about this the other day, like they haven't seen much Egyptian sci-fi stuff lately. Maybe the Space Marine has some Egyptian vibes to it with this kind of like faction they have. I've seen some very cool Egyptian enemies on the Fab Store, but it's a little bit off. My downloads, why is it going like that? But yeah, I got a lot of enemies that I want to integrate, so I need to stop buying. I mean, every time I see something on sale from one of the artists I follow, I'm like, oh Jesus, I need to get it. I follow some artists that I really like, and I'm like, oh my god, I wanna buy stuff from them. But I need to stop. I have too much stuff already that I need to implement before getting anything else. Creating an environment does take time. Yeah. Making environments, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Even though if you're just putting stuff together, even though if you're just kind of like using pre-made assets and putting them together, it still takes a lot of work to make things look nice and make sense together. But it's cool. As soon as I have these buildings, I will be able to build a lot of different little towns, and it's gonna be very, very cool. I went a little bit too hard with the amount of different buildings, but I think it's gonna be worth it in the long run. Okay, so okay, let's see how can we simplify this a little bit. Okay, so that's fine. some pieces are missing the bevel, but we're gonna get that. Right here, and we're gonna go to modeling modeling tools, get the vertices, snap them. Oh wait, also get rid of that. Snap them here without this. Sometimes when you have beveled edges, it's a little bit harder to snap things. Yeah, I want something like that, so you can check the gap, and this one has no bevel, so it's gonna look a little weird. Then I'm going to go project. Okay, get that there. I see some symmetry. We don't want that. Is this reprojected? I think so. This is what you don't want. Not very nice. We need a decal or something to hide that. Yeah, there's some stuff here. I was thinking of a ship hangar, but it's just too small for that. But yeah, some kind of like arena or something. That would be cool. Okay, let's see how can we work this. Let me get this here. Project TVs. Set. We can also change the pivot point, but just want to make sure that we are not using this asset anywhere else, and I think we are not using that anywhere else. And I'm totally oops. You don't want to modify the original instance because this happens. That's funny. Oops. Okay. Alright, let's see. Those textures are off. Okay, I think we're good. We need to make a copy of this. You don't, what don't you try wooden or pillar between where modular assets connect, then you can't that scene. Yeah, that's one solution, but let's think about optimization and reduction. The less amount of assets we have, it's the best. So I need to try to keep things as light as possible because we are doing like a very big environment. So the less we can use, the best. To keep things as light as possible. Instead of using so many pieces, I'm gonna use less and bigger ones. Let's bake transform, just scale, then let's push it there. Well, I kind of like explained explain why. The less amount of assets you have, it's the more optimized your game is going to be. So it's good to think about how can we reduce the amount of assets we're using. How can we like also reuse them as instances. In this case, these buildings are a little bit different from each other, and I can probably figure out like a modular piece that might fit better for this. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna merge these buildings and optimize them a little bit better. So having multiple copies doesn't really matter, because it's going to be one merged model per building. Okay, let's see. Just to simplify a little bit the process of building this stuff up. Yeah, it does matter. How much stuff you have in your level. You want to keep it as low as possible. Hey, I'm making a desert town for a game I'm working on. It's trying to make a kind of like a sci-fi exploration game with some horror elements to it. Let's see if we can put this one here. Is it going to fit? So this is gonna be like some kind of like enemy town. Now I'm just trying to align this a little bit better. Okay, I see. This one we probably need to push it a little. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Well, the best advice I can give you is to keep things small. Try to keep things small, and don't make stuff from scratch. If you're making something that that already exists, you can build on top of other systems. Use templates or pre-made assets, whatever you need to get your idea established as quick as possible, and then you can always go from there and modify stuff, replace stuff. That's kind of like my advice. To don't get overwhelmed by the... It's very easy to kind of like overscope and do stuff like bigger than you can actually manage, which I'm kind of like actually doing for this project. But I'm using a template called the RPG engine, so I'm trying to focus more on the art side of things. There's still a lot of logic that I need to... There's a lot of work still I need to do with blueprints, but like the core mechanics are basically set. So now I'm trying to get this desert town to look a little bit nicer. Oh, Roblox games. Yeah, that's cool. They got a lot of pre-made systems. Okay. Oh, my back. Damn it. I'm getting this little back pain behind my scalps. Definitely need to get a stand-up desk, I think so. But let's see if I can push this a little bit more today. Then I will take a break. Okay, we have some intersection on the other floor. We need some bevel on these things. Something like this. Wait, before we edit this one, we need to create a level instance. Sorry, different instance of this mesh. Sweet. And here we're going to do the UVs of this. Okay, cool. That floor is nice. Sweet. Okay, we can probably hide all of these for now. Oh wait. Okay. Yeah, the problem is that I don't want to drag select because I might get a bunch of other things in the background. Okay. All right. So I want to clean up the floor. We got the landscape hidden. Okay, so let's see if we can get this. Okay, and this one. Okay. Okay, most of this stuff is okay. Okay, this one is okay. Some stuff needs beveling on the edges to match up the rest. Okay. Okay, we have some repeating stuff there. But what really bothers me is the intersection of the floor. Let's see if we can clean that up. Okay, let's start with this floor here. Wow. Oof. Okay, no, it's gonna be worth it. Once I got all the buildings cleaned up, it's gonna give me so many variations. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to get rid of that one. Change that one here. Boop. And put it here. Poof. Wait, before I start that, let me make sure that I'm using another instance. Okay. Let's push this here. Oh. Snap there. Snap here. Okay, that looks way nicer. Let's get the UVs. Awesome. Okay. Okay, I think I might have this piece already from this building. I think it might be the same size. Oh crap. Let's put it here. Delete those. And see if it matches right here. Boop. Yeah, I think that's the size. Perfect. Trying to reuse as much as possible. Awesome. Sweet. So, okay, we got that. Okay. Okay, finally we are reaching the first floor. Awesome. Yeah, this is probably one of the biggest buildings. Okay, project, reset, get that thing there. 500, reset, boop. That's great, great. Okay, we need to retexture, reproject here. Awesome. Okay, finally reaching this floor. Okay, now we're gonna make a big mesh to try to get as much of the ceiling as possible. I see it's being intersected here. Okay, we might might break it. Oof, wow. That's oops, that's a lot of stuff. Let's see. I need to really check, because I believe this is the same house. I do have some repeated houses, so I need to really be careful not to make the same one twice. Okay. Okay, I'll be right back. Yeah, this is too big of a town. Definitely gonna make it a little smaller. Well, it depends. We can make it some of them abandoned, some of them abandoned but with some creatures in there lurking around. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, yes, it picked me up. Good job. The camera is like, hey, what's up? I'm here. Hey, what's up? Awesome. It was getting a little bit too hot with the... Hey, how's it going? Okay, let's see if we can finish this cleanup. Trying to clean up these buildings to make my desert town. And there's a lot of intersecting pieces that I want to get rid of. So let's see if we can get rid of some of these. This might be something like, it ends there. Okay, let's try to get this one. Gonna make a copy of that one so we can modify it without editing the other ones. Then I'm gonna drag and snap here. Then I'm gonna snap here, pop. Then we're gonna get the UVs. This one the same thing, little piece. Wanna snap it somewhere here. Make a copy. My project is called Sci Wars, like from science fiction, Sci Wars. I'm trying to make my Steam public, my Steam page public, hopefully by the end of the month. I do have already a Steam page set up, but I've changed a little bit the environment and stuff, so I want to get like fresh screenshots and stuff. Maybe a little video, that would be nice. Yeah, I wanna put it out there so I can get a couple wish list. It always helps to have wish list, just so Steam can push the game a little bit more. But I was thinking about this, and I think I'm gonna make a public test, maybe a couple of public tests, free public tests, and gather as much feedback as possible, and then I think I'm gonna release a demo for it. Also gather more feedback and everything, and when I feel that we have something solid enough, we can okay, we got some intersection here because of these two walls, but yeah, when I feel like I got something solid, I think I'm going to put it on early access. But I do want to have a couple of public playtests and a demo, so I can gather as much feedback as possible. Okay, let's see. This one is built a little bit strange. Okay. I see what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this one here. I appreciate it. Yeah, I want to be like very open with the whole thing. Very open with the whole process and the. I think it's very valuable to get as much feedback as possible, and then get a good demo out there so people can really get an idea of what the game is about, and then I will get an early access, and I want to put it like very cheap. I was thinking of like $10 or something, nothing too crazy. But before that, I need something solid that works, and I know I'm gonna have a lot of bugs to fix. Oh, getting a little back pain behind my scalp. I think what time is it? Yeah, I think I should probably go for 1 more hour and see if I take a break after. I probably need to get a stand-up desk. I've been working, it's been a couple of months. It's a good question, actually. I mean, the good thing about, I was talking about 80s anime style. I was like, that would be very nice. Where is it? I think we can go back and see when was my first video about this. That would be very cool. That's so cool to kind of like document the whole thing. Okay, number 89. Oh, there you go. 77. I like this construction. Definitely gonna use that one. Oh, it looks so nice. Oh my god, that's such a nice screenshot. Oh, damn it. That's such a nice screenshot. That's probably my favorite. Wow, those screenshots came out very good. I have them somewhere, maybe in this computer or that one. If you feel pain, take a break. Take care of your spine. You only get one. Oh yeah. Yeah, I definitely need to be careful with my back. Okay, we're almost there. Oh, the sewer system. There's so much stuff in here. The the American diner. This little desert town. Okay, we're almost there, and right here, 6 months. Wow, 6 months already. It's been six months. And is this? Oh, this is probably not the first video, because I already have something built in there. Huh. Yeah, this is not the first, but yeah, around six months. I want to start making short videos, kind of like showing what I did on the day, so I can go back and see the progress. That's gonna be very cool. Sometimes you forget what you did on the day, and it's like, it's cool to go back and see. It's gonna be very nice to see these videos like in a couple of years, like, oh, that's crazy. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a while. I always say like, oh yeah, three months, but no, it's been already some time. Okay, let's see if we can push this one. Perfect. Okay, that one fits there. Trying to reuse the same pieces as much as possible, but they don't always fit, so I need to create new ones. Anyways, this might get just merged at the end, so it doesn't matter. Hey Nico, how's it going? Going hard with this town to see if we can so I can finish cleaning up this. These houses here. Oh, okay, that texture was okay. Oh, why is it looking different in size? Oh, maybe it's just this thing. Okay. But it's cool. I'm gonna have a bunch of desert houses that I can use for different towns and stuff. It's gonna be worth it. Also, these are meshes I made in Unreal, so it's gonna add a little bit of originality. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a great one. I do have some of these buildings repeated, so it's a little bit overwhelming right now, the amount of buildings we have, but I know this one is repeated, and I need to see if some of them are actually also repeated. The floor intersection is kind of like what I'm trying to clean. Oh, I see, this is not baked. I see. Okay. Where is it? Xform, bake, transform, just scale. Okay, and now, yeah, well, I'm not trying to make a little city. I might make it smaller. I want some kind of smaller desert towns. These are going to be enemy desert towns. So, wait. So it's gonna be interesting because they have a lot of interiors, and it's gonna be very cool to just kind of go and explore. We might make it like an abandoned town, but with some creatures lurking around. That'll be cool. cool. We got that. We got that, and then let's clean up this stuff here. Wow, this is a this is a big one. Okay, let's delete that. So we can put some I was kid bashing this pretty fast. Basically, I was just combining the same buildings that I had into bigger combinations. So yeah, we can clean that off. Definitely no need for that. Okay, cool. Again, the floor has some issues. Wow, this one, but it's gonna be very cool to have so many interiors. I like interior environments. All right, so this one can also be moved here, so I can get a perfect rectangle here. And all right, so let's get that. Oh yeah, I should probably yeah, let's see if we can finish this building, because I should probably take a break. My scalp here, my back, it's feeling weird. Need to be careful not to push it too much. It's probably because this desk might be too high. Probably need to get a stand-up desk, I think. Okay, let's see. Come on, snap. Sometimes it doesn't want to snap when you have a bevel. It's kind of like confused. It snapped very good in that direction. Yeah, this building is repeated. That's great. So yeah, we have couple more. This one I think is also unique, and this one might be also unique. That's nice. That's nice. Little different buildings. Okay, so here I'm gonna get this rotation. Okay. Then I'm gonna get this one pushed here. Make a copy, put it here. Then we can get the UVs. Make a copy. Put that there. Put it here. Get this rotation. Awesome. Sweet. So I think we just need to do the floor. I'm missing this little one here. Right there. Let's push it here. Cool. So we have that. Sweet. And now it's just time to get the floor. So many pieces here. I think we can reuse this one. Yep. Awesome. Okay, now let's get the the floor. Okay, let's see if we can get the floor. So nice. Yeah, we cleaned up some walls that were being repeated. Okay, cool. Let's hide that. Okay. These are blockout pieces that we might not need, but just cubes. Okay. I think I might just build this with one single mesh, to be honest. This thing here, I probably got hidden or something. But I think I'm just gonna, yeah. Yep, let's just model that. Then we can bevel it. Okay. Let's push this one here. Maybe we can add a edge loop somewhere there and somewhere here. Trying to keep this as low poly as possible. Okay, we have another one. Let's snap. Snap here. It doesn't want to. Okay, there you go. Now we can do another edge loop. Somewhere there, somewhere here, and okay. And maybe also here. Yeah, there you go. So let's get this piece. there. Okay, then here we need to push this one with an extrusion here, and then add a little edge loop here. Then we can get that face, extrude again, and snap. Awesome, we have most of it. We need to do this little piece here. Is this actually a little bit out? Oh, I see. Okay, doesn't matter. Insert edge loop right here and here, so we can get this little platform out, which could also be its own mesh, doesn't matter. So 1 and 2, extrude, then snap. Okay, and we're missing this little piece right here. Again, edge loop, just to get this piece out. And this is all going out until here. Yep. So 1 and 2, extrude. That extrusion is gonna snap here, and then we need another edge loop just to get this little piece out. So 1 and 2, and here we're gonna extrude and snap with control. There you go, and we got the floor. Nice. Then pivot point, I should probably put it to the bottom, maybe, something like that. Nice. So let's hide that, and then we can delete all of this stuff right here. Just gonna make sure I'm not selecting anything else. Okay. Control H. Sweet. Then we can add some bevel and so on. Let's just get the UVs. Reset 500. There you go. Oh. That's a funny detail. Looks kinda nice from far away. Awesome. And this building, it's pretty much cleaned up. Oh, I see. Awesome. Okay, let's make it a group. Before that, let's actually push this into the right folder. Move to this one. Okay, cool, we got it grouped. Nice. That was a big building right there. So I believe these ones are good. I think this one was also good. Okay, we have this one. Those smaller ones are kinda interesting. They're different from all the other ones. And I'm pretty sure this one is the same one we had, and this one might also be the. No, this is a variation, which I think I modified some stuff, so we need to get rid of some of this. Yeah, it's some kind of like arena or some kind of like I thought about it as a ship, a hangar or something like that, but might be too small for that. This one, let me just double check. Is this the same one that I have here? I think it's the same one. We have 1, 2 square triangle, 1, 2 square triangle, little bridge, stairs going down, little bridge, stairs going down. I'm almost positive that is the same one. Yeah, let's get this one deleted so I don't get confused. Select all descendants so I don't do that again. I do have a on the other version of the project, I do have some sewer system. I do want to have some sewers. That will be very cool. Some creepy sewers. Okay, nice. We got a lot of buildings. Still need to do these bigger ones, and these smaller ones are so cool. These are my favorite. Super tiny little buildings. Okay, and I'm not sure if the other ones that I have are also copies of these ones. I need to be make sure that I'm not repeating, not doing the same job twice. Train turntable. That'll be cool to have like some train. that goes around. Then it stops working and you end up in like some kind of like abandoned metro full of mutants. Okay, yeah. Let me check the other ones. I think there were somewhere here. And yes, these are copies. This is a copy. This is, I believe, also a copy. And this is the one that we just deleted. Nice. So we don't have that many. All of these are actually copies. So we can leave them there for now, but I'm just really trying to clean them up nicely, and then we can probably make them into level instances again, just so I can like reuse them in the environment. Then we can break them if needed. The really cool ones are these tiny ones. These are very, very nice ones. A little bit stylized, but we're gonna get some other props, some set dressing. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can do a tiny one more, and I need to take a break. I'm gonna delete this. We're gonna replace it with some proper assets. And let's get this one for now. I've made towns with PCG. But I kind of want to hand place these things just to get total control over it. That looks pretty decent. Okay. Just redoing the UV super quickly. Oh, this is scaled. I think we got a motorcycle show outside. Okay. This still need some work, but want to get the main UVs so it just doesn't look too stretched. Actually, this kind of like, oh no, it does stretch it a little bit, so that's better. Okay, I see. I think these UVs are not bad, just need to change the scale. So let's just transform UVs. That feels a little better. Awesome. I think these are shared here. Yep. Let's get this one. I think the UVs on this one are also good. This one is a little bit stretched because it's scaled, so I might just make a little copy of it, put it there, bake the scale, not the rotation, because we need that rotation to do the UVs, align the UVs right here. 500. Reset. Okay, awesome. I think these pieces are already. Oh nope, this one is not. Nope, these are not properly UV'd yet. Sometimes the automatic box works. No, I'd rather just go back to, yeah, keep it proportional and paste the angle. It's gonna be a little cleaner. Right there, looks very nice. Super awesome. 1, 2, 3 height. This one's also neat. It looks kind of cool from far away. might leave it like that for now. This piece, I think it has good UVs, just needs scale, so let's do that. UV transform UVs, get that and scale it down, something like that. We do have some funky stuff there. Hey, how's it going? I appreciate it. Where is it? I was like, what's going on? UVs, project UVs. Both. Give me the rotation and the angle. Boop, 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 boop. Sweet. And here I also think that these are good, just need some scale. I feel like these are good. I think, yeah, no need to touch that one. Boop. Super nice. Let's get this grouped. Then we can get the floor aligned and stuff. Awesome. Okay, getting there. Yeah, it's not that much. Like the thing that really the big ones are the most difficult ones, because they have a lot of intersection in the floor. I'm using a lot of little tiles for the floor, and it gets intersected, and I need to clean that up. And also there's some of them have double walls, because I was just copying and pasting different prefabs to build bigger buildings. So I got double walls in some of them that I already started to clean up. But this is very nice. After this I will go, I will start getting the set dressing. That's what I really enjoy, getting little details and stuff. But before doing that, I think we should probably make this town a little bit smaller. Maybe we can leave it. We can leave it. Maybe take some of these off. Space a little bit, yeah. Space them. Maybe some of this off here. But yeah, I need to go have some food, and probably I'm gonna take a break for the rest of the day, just to rest a little bit my back. I'm gonna do some exercise and see if I can stretch a little. Wanna see the mood a little bit, how this is gonna look. Too bad don't see a subscribe button on Twitch. Like, do you mean like one of those notifications that pop up, or what do you mean? Now I want to make I think I'm not a partner yet with Twitch. I only have like 40 subs. I started using Twitch like not so long ago. So I think it's not available. Yeah, I think you need to reach some subscriber count and hours watched or something like that. It's not hours watched, but people watching for some steady period. Oh, we have some stretch textures here. Yeah, this is gonna be cool. Just going in a town like this and some stuff popping from inside and some mutant enemies. Yeah, interiors are so cool. Like going from the exteriors to interiors, I really like that. Okay, this building needs a lot of retexturing, remapping. Oh, you used to stream as well? Wow, that's dark. Cannot see anything. That's so cool, this little... Oof, that's bright. Oh, that's very cool. I'm actually gonna delete these models. These models I cannot use. These models are from Starfield. I got them from Sketchfab. but these ones are I cannot use. I'll get in trouble if I release that on Steam. People usually call me Unreal, but you can call me Habitat as well. No problem. Any game concepts? Well, I'm trying to do something like the Forever Winter, but without extraction. Some kind of like exploration game with like some. I'm using the RPG engine, which is a. Oh, look at performance! How it drops right there. It's because the lighting here is it's pretty not optimized. We need to check the attenuation radiuses, make them static, a lot of stuff here. This is not optimized yet. But yeah, it's I want to make it like primarily like kind of like open sandbox kind of thing, where you go and explore, do some missions, and try to learn about what happened to this planet, like what's the story behind. So I do want to make it not so much of a stealth game, but there's gonna be like enemies like that you will like to avoid and stuff like that, and yeah, kind of something like that. Any idea how you can remove grass clipping through the floor? Oh yeah, this is these are grass types that spawn on the sand layer, right? So to get rid of that, we need to basically paint another layer in the landscape. It could be rock, it could be something else that does not have a grass type, and we can get rid of those grass types. But yeah, Jordan, those are kind of like the idea I have behind. I want to make it some kind of like Fallout kind of vibe, some kind of like Mandalorian / Fallout, some kind of like Dune. I do like Dune, so I that's also a reference. Some kind of like Mad Max when it comes to like just like everybody's surviving and scavenging and stuff like that. Those are kind of like my influences for this. But yeah, we can get rid of those grass. This grass popping through the floor. Once I know where the buildings are going to be, I'm going to paint around them, so it's gonna look nice. They're gonna feel like more placed, and also we won't have grass clipping. Let's see if we can do the lighting super quick, because this is pretty this is pretty bad. This is just me trying to light this up super quickly. Here we want static. Let's turn off the affect ray tracing global illumination as well. Make it static. It's not gonna move. There's no need for movable light in there. Let me see, what do we have here? Okay. And also the attenuation radius, we could probably play a little bit with that. And this could be probably lit with less lights. Maybe a rect light might be able to get this room entirely instead of using 4 lights. Yeah, I do have some enemies. I've been focusing a lot in the world, but um, I do have some cool enemies. Let's see. I like to keep it sunny while I'm working on it, but definitely it's gonna be way. Um, I could show you the mech and the drones. Yeah. Probably let's show you. I'm gonna show you that super quickly because I'm gonna end the stream soon. I wanna take a break just to stretch a little bit. Let me load this area here, which is kind of like a destroyed city. There was a mech war here. I've been having some funky results with the fog for some reason. I don't know what happened with the fog, but every time I touch the fog settings, it looks different. Should probably create myself some UDS presets, so I don't need to mess with that too much. Let's see if we can make it a little bit foggy. Can I push it a little bit more? Well, before, when I went to 15, like, fog was just too much. It was too much. Now it's not that much for some reason. The fog. Oh, okay. It's not visible. That makes sense. Yeah, it's a little bit too crazy, but some Silent Hill vibes. Yeah, let's push it to 10 for now. So yeah, I was working on a drone, integrating a drone from another template, and I also have a cool mech. We have melee enemies, like close combat enemies, and we have ranged enemies. And there's another drone that shoots fire and jumps and stomp on you. That comes from the enemy, the boss AI toolkit. That one is pretty well implemented, but not totally implemented. So yeah, I've been focusing a little bit on the environment. Sometimes I need to understand 100% how is this drone looking at me. I do understand your point for sure. I think that working on the logic of the game first makes a lot of sense, but this project started as a tech demo. I wanted to just build a very big environment. Oh, there you go, it comes here. Oh, we got some nasty frame drops right there. Oh crap. Oof, I'm not sure why we're getting those frame drops like that. Oops. Do I have anything else open? Sometimes in this level, in this project, when I start placing too much stuff, I need to kind of... Oh, it's because we have the other town loaded. It's not part of a data layer anymore. Ah, we have a bunch of stuff loaded that I need to put into the data layer. But yeah, I understand your point for sure. Like do the all the logic and all the all the mechanics and everything, get that working well, and then work on the art side of things. But for me, it was the other way around. I was like, let's just make a big environment. I want to learn about world partition. I want to learn about data layers, optimization. I want to like see how far can I push the visuals, and maybe make a walking simulator or something like that. And then I was like, oh, some friend recommended this template, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like it has a lot of functionality, and I do want to focus on the art side of things. So why don't we just use that and build on top? So it's been more of a, wow, this drone is it the light? Is it the light being movable? I think so. I think I'm not gonna use a typical spotlight for this one. This used to work way better. I need to reset the project and see if I'm getting these frame drops, but I'm not supposed to be. Terrible frame drops right there. Yeah, it's been very interesting, because it's the other way around for me. It's like I've been trying to see how far can I push the visuals, and then implement enemies, because basically the template has a lot of the functionality I want. I'm just kind of like very interested in adding new enemies, like this mech. Oh my god, okay, I'm almost dead. He's a little bit too intense. I need to make him a little bit easier. Give him a little cooldown between each shot. I need to fix his front leg IK. And the explosion also needs some work. The way he breaks, it's a little bit too funky. But yeah, that's the thing. And I'm using the RPG engine, which is a multiplayer template. So I will love to see how this runs with 4 people on it. I would really like to see if I can get it working with 4 people. There are like a lot of volumes in the floor where you walk through and stuff spawns. Right here, like these creatures. I need to change the behavior tree, because they go into like a defense mode like this, and I want them to jump on me instead of doing that. I want them to be more aggressive, because they don't really they're not really so dangerous. They don't really. So yeah, there's like broken mechs in here from the battle that happened, and I cannot really see anything. What is this? Nav mesh? Oh, the drones on the... okay. Where is the thing? I keep getting lost in my own map. Oh my god. That's funny. It's right here. Oh, there you go. This could look way better, but I'm trying not to use ray tracing on all the meshes, because I'm trying to save on performance. Really trying to be careful where should I use it or not. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to say when I'm going to do the public playtest, but I do want to make several public tests before releasing a demo, and hopefully I could get some very good feedback, and yeah, just be very very open with the whole thing. No, no, no. I think you're totally right. I think that's a very good workflow. That's probably the best thing to do. Get the game working and then make it look nice. For sure. I think that's the way. That's the way to go. I'm just taking a different approach, cause I'm using a template, and I'm also an artist, so it's like the other way around for me. And again, like I said, this thing initially started like me trying to learn about optimization and see how much can I push the visuals, how much geometry can I add, how to use world partition, get my H lots built and stuff, and all that cool stuff that I'm actually figuring out, and I'm very very happy. So those have been my priorities. Make it work, make it pretty. Yeah, that's the way for sure. Oh, but yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna take a break probably for the rest of the day, and maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I think maybe tomorrow I can continue and see if we can get those buildings. Oh no, they're actually not part of the data layer, huh? Oh, that's good. Let me clean this up before I forget. This is part of the desert town. Right there. That terrain. Oh, I'm missing some stuff. Little tiny assets like that. Let's push it here. Right there. I think it's clean right now. Just don't want to have anything loaded when I open the project. I want to keep it as why is it showing me this type of letter? Should not show me this. This happens when you are selecting assets containing stuff in the data layer. Okay, now it's good. It was just bugging out. Okay. You too. Thank you so much for hanging out. Awesome. And well, also just to end on that note, when it comes to enemies and stuff like that, and the player character and stuff, I think it is good to have your meshes for those things. Because enemies are kind of like specific. I do think you should probably start with your enemy mesh, some kind of like closer version to it. That definitely might help. Okay, so and also the environment and the level design, the player interaction with the environment and stuff. There's a lot of stuff to do with collisions and make sure that actually the character can that can traverse around and stuff. It's just very kind of, you cannot really separate them too much, the artistic side and the logic side of things. Okay, yep, we got this. Let me push the changes, because this might take a little... Oh, I think I had an issue yesterday with the changes. I need to ask my friend what that was. Let me see if I get the same error as before. Okay. All right, I'm gonna finish the stream. Take care.